Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the recording for skills at the rate 100 where for 100 days we are bringing for you 100 different speakers from all over the country. The speaker is Advocate Gautam Sharma, who is a tele-evangelist and has taken 100 plus online plus offline sessions. Today we are going to learn about automation and various tools which he is going to present. So now, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Thank you, Rakeshi, for giving me a chance to be the part of this automation program, and I hope my screen is visible to all. So now let me quickly start with the session, and today we will first see how the bank to tally TDL works. For that I will be loading a TDL and the name is bank to tally. So for loading the TDL I am selecting the path of the folder and then I have to go to my tally. I have to click here in F1, then I have to select TDL and add-ons and then manage local TDL. I have to make sure that this option load selected TDL file on startup should be yes, and then here I have to paste the path and I have to select my TDL. So with this you can see that the TDL is now loaded. Now after loading this TDL, some more options will be added to my tally. If I go to my daybook, now here you can see some options: import Excel file, show narration, narration filter, contrast assessment. Some options are added, and if I create a new bank account, let's suppose Bank of Baroda account. Okay, it is already created. So what I am doing is I am creating with a name, short name, BOB account under bank account. The moment I select the group as bank account, now you can see this new option set import statement configuration is now enabled here. So this feature we will get with the bank TDL. When we click on yes, we can see some more options here. Now we have to first configure all these options in order to import our bank statement. So how to configure this? Before configuring this, I will show you one bank statement that we are going to import here. So this is a statement which I have downloaded using internet banking of Bank of Baroda. Now here you can see some images are there, wrap text, merge center, and the alignment is not proper, right? If I want to import this, first of all I have to see whether it is a dual column statement. That means the debit and credit are in different columns or not. If yes, then I have to select is debit credit side as double, then set date column. So if I click on the date, now you can see the moment I keep my cursor here in this cell, B and C, two columns are selected. That means I have to write the first column name. So the first column is B. Same for description, that is the narration. You can see from D to I all columns are selected, so I have to select D. Likewise I have to do for check number. The moment I click here, J and K, two columns are selected, so I have to select J. For deposit amount, you can see RST, so I have to select R. And for withdrawal, L to Q, so I have to select L. Now this bank charges amount in CSV format. This is an optional field. If I want to give, I can give, otherwise I can just ignore. As of now we will just ignore this option, and also we will ignore this description parameter and ledger name. Only I am going to give one example here. Like here you can see one UPI ID is there in the narration. So if I enter the same UPI ID here, PT axis, I guess, yeah. So now if I select some party here as set ledger name, for example, let me create Gautam Limited under daters. So now what I am trying to say is, if my tally founds this keyword in the bank narration, then automatically the particular respective entry will be posted to this ledger. So where I am going to get this in the narration field, the entry will be posted to this ledger. Like this we can configure, and now just I have to give the opening balance so that at the end we can compare the closing balance whether it is matching or not. So it is 2462763.20 debit. Okay, save. Now For after configuring all these things, I can see the sheet name is sheet 1. Now I can just close this Excel. For importing the Excel statement, what I have to do is I have to go to my daybook. Then here I have to select this option, import Excel file, and then I have to select which bank ledger I want to import. In the business there can be multiple bank accounts, so you have to select your bank, and then these configurations are coming by default. Now what we have to do is we have to give the location of folder. That means the folder where we are having our bank statement which we want to import. So just we have to copy the folder path, we have to paste it here, then we have to select the name of file, then we have to select that sheet 1, and now starting row number to end row number. That means if once again I open the bank statement, you can see it is a reverse statement, and April is there in row number 833 and March is there in row number 13. Now let's suppose we don't want to import all the entries, we just want to import March entries. So what we have to do is we have to select all the entries up to row number 79, up to the date of March. So here the beginning date will beginning row number will be 13 and the end row number will be 79 if we want to import a specific entry for a specific period. And if we want to import all the entries, then we have to select the last row number, that is 833. Now we don't have to do anything, just we have to press enter and accept. In default tally also we can import all the bank statement. That is very seamless and that is very user friendly. But here there are some benefit of using bank to tally TDL. What are those benefits? We will see it in next 5 minutes. So now you can see one entry is coming in Gautam Limited, and if I change the period, rest all the entries are coming under suspense account. Only one entry is coming under Gautam Limited. If I press enter, you can see the narration. If the UPI ID is there in the narration field, automatically it is taking this ledger. Now the thing is how we can clear the suspense entry in bulk, and what more features are covered under this TDL. So for that I am going to my bank ledger, that is the BOB ledger. I am selecting all period, and now here there is a button show narration. The moment I click on this show narration, you can see I am getting all the narrations here. Now here is in this narration there is a word Amul Dairy Private Limited, and somewhere again we will get the word here. What I want to do is I want to filter all the entries where in the narration field we are getting Amul. So we can click on this narration filter here. We can type Amul. The moment we press enter, you can see all these entries where the narration field was Amul is coming here. If I press enter and open the entry, you can see here in the second ledger we are having suspense, and in the narration we are having the word Amul. Now if I press page down, you can see the amounts are getting changed and narration reference number is also getting changed, but in the second ledger we are having suspense everywhere. What I want is I want to convert all these entries from suspense to respective party. So I can select all the entries with control space, and then I have to use this option advanced replace. In advanced replace there are multiple options available. If you want to change voucher date of selected entries, you can do that. If you want to replace old ledger and with some new ledger, that means from suspense to some party name, you can do that. From purchase or sale entry, if you want to change some stock item, then you can do that. Let's suppose you want to replace stock item A from all the selected invoice to stock item B. So that is possible. Changing a voucher type name is also possible, and voucher narration changing is also possible. Right now what we will do is we will go with the second option only, where we have to select the old ledger as suspense and new ledger as Amul Dairy Private Limited. If the ledger is not all created, so you can press Alt C and you can create a new ledger here. Right now I will go with the existing ledger and press enter, accept. So you can see all the entries are, all the suspense are now replaced with the new ledger, Amul Dairy Private Limited. So this is one of the options of a TDL. Now we will go with the advanced options. So for showing the advanced options, what I will do is I will take another company which is already there in my system. So I am going with this company. Here I will delete all the existing entry, and for deleting the entries in bulk, there is another option of quick delete in this TDL. So now instead of pressing Alt D, I will go with Control D. The moment I press Control D, you can see how quickly it is going to delete all the entries. So this is very useful feature. Now what I will do is, first I will show you one ledger, Bank of Baroda. This is another company where I am having a lot of ledgers, and here you can see in the description parameter I am having a lot of names, a lot of keywords, and here this time this UPI ID is linked with Tele Demo, some ledger is there, you can see. And here in bank charges we can give the different bank charges amount separated with comma, that is in the CSV format like this, and then we can press Ctrl A to accept, and here also Ctrl A to accept. Now just we will follow the same step for importing the Excels. Now this time you will see, instead of getting all the entries in suspense, we will get most of the entries cleared automatically using the keywords. So this is a one-time setup, but it is very useful for a regular business. In fact, at our own office we do use these features because most of the time our clients are paying us through UPIs or some fixed name, so it is very helpful for us to get all these things converted into their ledger directly. Now you can see here some contra entries are also there. The reason is, in the keyword I have mentioned cash, so wherever in the narration I am getting cash, the entries are automatically converted into contra entries. So this is also one of the cool feature here in the TDL. Now if I go to my bank ledger, Bank of Baroda, if I select all period, here in some entries like you can see this entry, you can easily identify that in the 6301.77 we have that 1.77 as bank charges. So what actually we have to do is, we have to split it like this. We want this entries to be the bank charges from these entries should be splitted automatically. So how to do that? For that we will select our bank ledger, and here one button is there, split bank charge. We have to click on that button. The moment we click on that button, automatically it will identify those entries where in the last those bank charges amount is getting matched. We have to select all these entries. Now if I press enter, I can show you we are having single ledgers only here, and for example we can take this Mr. U. So the entry, the voucher number is 5729, and here Mr. U is there. We want this 6.49 as bank charges in separate the second line here. So after selecting all these entries, I am clicking on selected split. I am mapping my bank charges ledger and just accepting those vouchers. Now if I go with that Mr. U, or I can select Mr. U ledger. So here you can see 5729 voucher number, how this amount is now splitted. And if I show you by taking the reference of this bank charge, if I select all and press shift enter, you can see I am pressing page down. So how these entries are coming here. Even those 12 rupee, 24, 36, everything is now covered here. So this is the power of TDL. Now again we will delete all these entries to see the last use case of this. You can see how quickly we are deleting these 800 entries. Now here I will import two bank statements. One will be Axis Bank, where I am having some payment and receipts. Another one bank is there, that is SBI. And this Axis and SBI are PDF converted into Excel statement. I will show you. So here I have converted one PDF into Excel, and I am just importing this Excel only. So after importing the Excel, I found that on the first day, December 2021, I'm having a payment voucher where I'm having Axis Bank, and in the second entry I found that it is a receipt voucher and the amount has been received in SBI account, and the amounts and date is same, ledgers are different, voucher type is different. That means it is a contra entry. Now how we can automate contra entry in this TDL, let us see. For that we have to go to DAL, that is ledger voucher. We have to select suspense. Instead of selecting bank account, now we have to select suspense. We have to take all period, and now one button is there, contra suspense. We have to click on that. After clicking on that, what it will do is it will group day wise, amount wise entries, and it will show, like here you can see 1st December, the amount is same and the bank ledgers are different, because why it is taking here, because the voucher types were also opposite. One was in payment, one was in receipt, like that. So now what I have to do is I have to click on this button, all voucher reco, and it's done. Except these three entries, all entries are now converted into my contra entry. So if I go to my SBI ledger, you can see all the entries are coming into contra along with the narrations. If I go to Axis, all entries except these three entries are coming in contra. That means everything is correct. Now sometimes it is possible that you made a payment of 5,000 rupees to some of your supplier, and in the same day in different bank account you have received the same amount 5,000 from one of your customer. So in that case, if it is taking those entries into contra, it can be a mistake, because here we are using a fix algorithm. So what you can do is you can come to your daybook and you can delete the contra entry, and you can retrieve your original entry by clicking here on regular and save it. Now let's suppose you have verified and everything was correct, and all the contra entries were correct, and you don't have to see this receipt payment as optional voucher. So what you can do, either from your daybook you can go to this exception reports and you can select optional voucher, or you can go to display more reports, exception reports, and you can select here optional vouchers. Now you can select all the optional vouchers with control space, and you can press Ctrl D to delete this quickly. So this was all about the bank to tally TDL. Now one last small feature is there. let's suppose you want to import this bank statement, and here you are giving some fixed ledgers. In your Excel itself you have worked, and let's suppose Amul. You want to import from this column. This is Gautam, this is Pritham, this is Lokesh, and I'm repeating a few things here, and these entries I don't know in which ledger it should be posted, so I am keeping it blank. So what I can do is, this was in Axis Contra, so now let me quickly delete all the entries so that you can understand it in a better way. Now here there is one more option, use predefined ledger. So I have to make this option yes, and where I have kept all my predefined ledgers, it was in column F. You can see it is in column F. So now I have to use F and accept. So the moment I accept, you can see now it is overriding all the keywords and it is taking the ledgers from F column, and where I have kept it blank, it automatically took suspense. So this way you can just automate all your bank related bank import, cut. So this way you can just import all your bank statements using our TDL, and this will be very easy for you. Now let us move to another one example, another one TDL for this session, that is FIFO basis bill clear and getting that 45 days or 180 days report in your tally. So now I am going to load another one TDL. Now I don't have to use this, so I'm making this no, and my new TDL is loaded. After loading the TDL, it's recommended to restart your tally once. Now here after loading the TDL, we can see one option will be one option is now added to our gateway of tally, that is FIFO basis billwise auto bill clear in party master. I don't know why my team member has kept this name so long. It can be simple, FIFO basis outstanding report. So no worries, let us go to this option. The moment we press enter, it will first ask us to select the group. Now either we can select our creditor group, or we can select our debtor group, or if you have created separate group for any of your debtor, creditor, supplier, anything, you can select that. Like for my debtors, I have created a group B2B. Let me show you. When I go to alter group, you can see this B2B is nothing but under sundry debtor. That means it will act as a debtor group only. So the moment I select my debtor group, now here you will get this kind of screen. What it means is, first we are getting the serial number. Let me just zoom in. The ledger name, the group from which group the ledgers are here, is billwise on. That means in the ledger master, whether the billwise option is on or off, their opening balances, the debit total, the credit total, the closing balance of these ledgers, on account opening balance if any, on account closing balance if any. And here in the right side you are getting some buttons, that is the period, details, configuration, and auto clear bills. Now before moving ahead, we will see some ledgers here. So let's suppose I'm going to alter this ledger, customer 114 Odisha. So if I alter here, you can see this maintain bill by bill option is marked as no. So it is coming here as no. Now if I want to see the bill wise detail, if I go to the ledger voucher of this customer 114, here you can see this bill wise option is disabled. It is not enabled, right? There was some opening balances, and in current year I am having some journal entries like this, and there are no option to see bill wise details. So with the use of this TDL, what I can do is I can just select my entries like this, and I can click on this auto clear bill. Now before going to auto clear bill, I will show you one more ledger, that is customer 116, ledger voucher 116. Now here if we go to this bill wise button, you can see on account we are getting so many entries are there on account. So now we will see how this TDL works. I will select these ledgers and then just click on this auto clear bill. So now you can see here on account closing balance is cleared here, on account opening balance is also not there. So let us go to ledger voucher of 114, this party where we were having only opening balance and a few journal entries. If we go to this bill wise, you can see we are not getting anything. If we go to aging analysis, if we give our aging, as no vouchers are pending, so we are not able to get any aging analysis. Let us see customer 116, this party. So now we are having a very clear view, and if we go to the aging method, you can see up to 45 days, 45 to 90, and all these things are coming perfectly. Now the moment we select any group, let's suppose creditor, so as you can see here some entries are there with on account opening and closing balance like this. The moment I click auto bill clear, everything will be cleared from on account opening or closing balances, and with this TDL automatically wherever this bill wise option is no and you click on this auto clear bill, in ledger master it will be enabled, so you don't have to worry about that. Now we are doing it for supplier 1015, so we will see once it is completed, we will check this supplier ledger. Here in the backend, if you can see, only we were having some opening balance and now that is also cleared. So 1015, the moment we click on bill wise, we are not able to get anything. Aging is also not available because no vouchers are pending. And if we press enter, you can see everything is now maintained bill wise. Automatically this bill wise configurations are now created, and you can see the references are even coming in all the journal entry also. If we go to the top, you can see for this party there is only closing balance and all the opening and closing on account balances are now cleared. So this way we can just automate our bill wise adjustment on FIFO basis. Now it's a time for a giveaway. So let me show you one beyond tally Chrome extension. So if I want to download my GSTR 2A, 2B, 3B or R1 JSON files from my portal, it's a very tedious job. Every time I have to go and I have to wait for 20 minutes for each period. So what I can do is simply I can select this, I can click on this Chrome extension. It will redirect to my written dashboard page, and once again I have to click here. And now if I select my period, as this is a composition dealer, so you can see my JSONs are ready to download. Just I have to click on download button and it will be downloaded automatically within a click. Now the question is how you can get this Chrome extension. So for that you need to go to your Google Chrome. You have to click on this 3 button here in the right corner. Then you have to select this extension and manage extension. Here you have to go to this Chrome Web Store and then you have to type here Beyond Tally. With this you will be able to see this Chrome extension. You can instead of remove Chrome, it will ask you to add to Chrome. You just have to click there and automatically this Chrome extension will be added. And then you have to go to this extension icon and you have to click on this pin. It will come like this. You have to click on this pin button and then the extension will be added here. And now onwards, if you go and log in for any of your client, you will be able to download all the returns in bulk. For example, we are going to GSTR 2A. It is showing that generated 5 days ago. If you want to regenerate all, you can click on regenerate all, and if you want to download, you can click on download all. And you can see how quickly one by one it is downloading all the months GSTR 2A with one click. By the end of next month, you will be able to download all the GSTR PDF, Excel and multiple reports using this Chrome extension, and it is absolutely free for all. So anyone can come to the Chrome extension web store and they can install and use this extension. Now today, as our topic was how we can go beyond Tally, so let me quickly introduce our tool, which is Beyond Tally itself. The name of the tool is Beyond Tally. So I'm just clicking twice on this icon and you can see one software is there. As no company is loaded in my Tally, so I'm not able to see any company name here. The moment I press enter, or if I select any of my Tally data, let's suppose I'm going with this. So you can see this bank import company name is in my Tally, so I'm getting this here. I have to click on load, and now on the top I can see my bank name. Now here in this tool we have multiple options. First one is Excel to Tally. That means you can import anything from Excel to Tally. It can be some accounting voucher, sale, purchase, debit note, credit note, receipt, payment, daybook, bank statement, and bank statement, that too with option to clear suspense entries from here itself. It can be some inventory vouchers, that is sales or purchase with inventory, like that. Some masters, that is ledger or item master, and there is an option for custom template. You can create your own template as well. So before going with the custom template and all these options, let me quickly show you what more buttons are there. Here there is an option to get sample template. The moment you click on this download sample template, first you have to click anywhere else and then you have to click on download sample template. It will download a sample template on your desktop. So now you can see in a single Excel sheet there are multiple worksheet and we are having some sample data. Sample data means the way how we have to fill the data in our Excel and then we have to import. So this is a sample data. We can just ignore this one. It is just for viewing purpose how to fill the data in the template. So it is for tutorial purpose. If you want to download a blank template, you have to click here on the download blank template button and you can download a blank template in your computer, and here in the bottom you can see it is downloading, it is creating all the blank excels here. Now I'm having one pre-filled data, so I will just open this, and you can see just right before the webinar I have created this template. So here if I want to import the ledger master, so I have to fill the ledger name. If I want to give some alias, I can give it here. If I want to give any GST number, I can give it here. Their states, the group name, debtor, creditor, indirect expense, bank account, whatever, current asset, liability, anything. Their opening balances, as it should be like this, and it should be like this. And their addresses, address 1 2 3, whatever you want to give. Let's suppose we are going to give a PAN number for this party, AA BCA 1 2 3 4 B, and the mobile number is there, the email ID is there, and the registration type is regular, and we are saving this Excel. It is there in import tool template 3. This is the name of the file, and we are having some data here in the sales part also. So in the sales Excel sheet, you can see we are having the date in the date column, the voucher and the reference numbers, the party name, their GST number. If the party is B2C, you have to keep this blank. The place of supply, the ledgers, we are giving this multiple ledgers here because it is sales without inventory. If you want sales with inventory, you can see here there is an option sales with inventory, where we were having some stock items. You can see Amul spray, Amul 500 gram, Amul 10 rupees, like this. Some options are there. So here also you can see if we are having some GST number, we have given that. If we are not having, we have kept it blank. And here a common sales ledger is there. The quantity, HSN code, unit, whether PCS number, liter, meter, whatever, their rate. And here in the rate column, you can see we have used a formula. That means if in the Excel you are giving some formulas also, that is also fine. It won't restrict you. And the CGST, SGST, whatever you want to give, and the narration if any. After entering your data here, or after pasting your data from any third-party software like from Marg, Busy, Vyapar, any third-party software, you can just copy the data from their Excel to this template. You can close this template. Now we are having our data here. Simply we have to open our software. We want to import ledgers only. Then click on this ledger, post to tally, and select the template. And now you can see we got a success message, imported successfully. And the moment we go to tally, so a lot of ledgers are now created, and here you can see the mobile number and whatever number we have given. You can see everything is coming here along with the PAN number. The PAN number we gave AABCA1234B, so it is also there. Now if we want to import sales without inventory, so just click here, sales, click on post to tally, select your template, and here you can see all the entries are now imported, and these ledgers are now created. So if we go to sales, okay, first let me select correct financial year. So you can see all the sales are now imported without inventory. Now I want to delete this and I want to import my sales with inventory. So for with inventory sales I have to select here and post to tally. Same template, because in the same template I am having all my sheets which are there. Here we are getting message 25 vouchers imported in 2 seconds. So you can see all the things are coming automatically, and you can see the HSN, the tax rate, the unit quantity, everything will be mapped automatically. You don't have to worry about anything. Now moving to the next feature of this tool, that is PDF to tally. So in this tool we are having an option to import PDF bank statements. It is a beta version, and the main thing is this option can be used without internet. So what I will do is I will just quickly go and I will disconnect my internet for a while. Now you can see my internet is not connected, and I am deleting this templates. Okay, it is opened here, so I'm not able to delete. Now here I'm having some bank statement which are in PDF. So you can see I'm having some PDF bank statements. I want to import this statement of Canara Bank directly. So I'm just taking the path of the folder. I'm going to the import tool or beyond tool. Earlier it was known as import tool, now it is beyond tools. I have to select which bank I want to import. Right now we have incorporated 14 banks. Here if in my tally the bank ledger is there, I have to select that, else I can create Canara Bank account. I can type the name here and it will create the bank ledger automatically. Then we have to click on this select PDF, and we have to click on this right button to select our template, how our statement looks like, because for each bank there can be multiple formats. Then click on select and select your bank statement. Now you can see how quickly we have converted the 84-page PDF bank statement here. Now if we, instead of importing it into tally, we just want to export it into Excel, we can do that also. For that we have to click on this export to Excel, and then with the name we have to save it in our desktop. So you can see 1387 rows has been extracted from the PDF very quickly, and here now till now you can see my internet is not connected. That means this tool is 100% safe to use. It won't use any third-party API, it won't use any GPT, it won't send your data to any AI tool to convert your PDF into Excel. Completely it will be the things will be done in your local machine even without internet. Now if you want to import these entries from a specific period to a specific date, that means from and to date, if you want to change, if you want to import the entries from 11/4 to 30/12, then you can configure it like this and you can click on book to tally. Now you can see how quickly it is importing all these entries into tally. So all the entries are now imported. Now we will get the success message. And imported successfully. We can just go to our tally, just change the period, Canara Bank. You can see all the entries are now here. Now, when you are using this PDF option, it will, if you are directly posting the entries into Tally, it will come under suspense. But if you are taking the data into Excel, and instead of pushing the data from here, if you select this button Excel to Tally, and here if you select bank statement reconciliation post, then okay, I have selected wrong template, wait, then you will get this kind of option where it is giving suggestions. There is an option to move to verified. What are these? Let us see. First you have to select which bank account, which ledger you want to update, and then if you want to filter, for example I want to filter IMPS, so all the IMPS entries are now there. And if I want to select any ledger that all these entries should come under ABC sales, I can click on that, then select all, and wait, oh sorry, after I have to filter here and then I have to click there. I did a mistake. So I'm selecting IMPS, I'm selecting all entries, and then I'm selecting Amul Dairy and press enter. So these entries are now shifted to Amul Dairy. Now if I click on all, so what will happen, I will be able to see all the entries. But what I'm doing is, after making the alterations, I'm selecting all these entries and clicking on move to verified. So now except those entries, other entries will come. That means the remaining suspense will come, and I can filter that, and at the end I can click on post to Tally, and everything will be imported to my Tally within a click. Now after this Excel to Tally and PDF, we have a option financial statement, where what we can do is we can just create our projected and estimated trading PL. So before showing that, let me add another company where we are having some data. Now I can enable my internet. So here we are having some data, and now let us quickly start our Beyond Tally tool. Let us quickly load this company. So here in the financial statement options, earlier it was used to get the financials in Excel in a single click, but now after the introduction of that non-corporate entity format and all these things, it is of no use. But still you can make the projections if you want. Let's suppose I want projection of 5 years, and every year I want to increase the purchase by 2%, the sale by 3%, the GP should be 8%. Let's suppose direct income and expenses should be increased by 1 and indirect by 2. Whatever permutation combination you want to make, you can do as per your choice. So here you can see I'm getting a columnar report. If I want to click on the preview and I want to see the preview ledger wise, I can see that. If I want to export everything in Excel, that is also possible. Just click on Excel export and you will get all the reports in your Excel. So now we can see in a single Excel we are having projection for 5 different years. So this was one of the feature of this tool. The main thing, that is the audit analysis. So the moment you click on audit analysis, first it will take a few seconds, or it can take up to 1 or 2 minutes to read your data from Tally using ODBC port. Here also internet is not required to get the audit analysis. All these things will be done without internet. Yeah, it is done now. Now here you can see a lot of menus are there. We want to see the cash transactions above 10,000 in balance sheet item. So the moment I click here, I can get the report. So it is saying that in the payment voucher number 435, I am having a ledger menu trader where I made a payment of 31,000 in cash. Let me quickly go to my Tally. What is the date? 9 August. 9 August. So here in the voucher number 435, I am having a ledger menu trader where I made a cash payment of 31,000. So this way I am getting my report. On 31st 12, I made a payment for furniture and the amount is 50 lakh in cash. So 31st 12, I made a payment for furniture and the amount is 50 lakh. So this way we can get the report. I want to check my I want to get my closing stock analysis, that is the cost of goods sold and what is the closing stock. And what I want to do is I just want to give my GP rate. Let's suppose 8% gross profit is there, and you can see I'm getting the cost of goods sold and the month-wise closing stock. If I want to include direct expenses here, I can just click on the fourth option, closing stock analysis P plus DE. Same, I have to give my GP rate and it will calculate all the things automatically. Now after getting the report here, I want to raise a print. I can do that by just with a right click, or if I want to export it into Excel, I have to click Excel export option, and you can see with this proper formatting, the data will be exported to a Excel sheet. I want payment analysis for my creditors. So just I have to click on this button, and even if I have not maintained bill by bill, it will give me the complete payment analysis on FIFO basis and for 180 days and above. So bill wise I am getting the details here. Interbank transactions, if any in your Tally, you will get those. Cash deposit withdrawal, I want the detail, so I can get the detailed report here. Direct expenses, direct cash or bank payments in profit loss. That means in the PL we are having multiple expenses, for which expenses how much we have paid in cash and how much we have paid through bank, or how much we made a provision or we made some other entries with some parties or something is there. Let's suppose this handling charges. I'm going to DAL and selecting handling charges. So you can see in total the value is 15,480. So in the total column I'm getting this value 15,480, out of which 10,000 is made, the payment is made in cash. So you can see here the balance amount of 5,480 is under others, that is neither it is from cash or bank, it is under other, so it is in the purchase entry. So this way we can get the analysis. Same, direct cash or bank receipts in PL. If you want a quick analysis for 44 AP, that is also possible, but the thing is it will consider the complete data for current year. If you want to take a 44 AD analysis, as it is not eligible, so it is showing, otherwise it may give you the 6 or 8% calculation and the taxable income calculation also. If you want to see the TDS analysis, just give the TDS rate or limit for the ledgers and click on OK. It will show you whether TDS is applicable or not. If applicable, what is the rate. If you want to see the cash flow, even in details, for example ledger wise, for which ledger how much inflow or outflow is there. You can get this kind of reports. Cash credit in capital or credit in capital other than cash, if any, it will show. Creditor without transaction, so how many creditors are there who doesn't have any transaction during the year. You can get the details. For example, this GN Electronic. So I'm selecting the ledger of this GN Electronic. You can see what the opening balance was there. The closing balance is also same. That means the no transactions are there during the year. So we are getting this report. Similarly, debtors without transaction, cash under unsecured loan, cash under fixed asset, cash under investment, fixed asset analysis. So here what you can do is you can give the depreciation rate as per income tax, and it will create a depreciation chart for you. You can just give a right click and you can click on export to Excel, and the chart will be exported in your Excel sheet. Now after exporting the things into your Excel, if you want to import the depreciation entry, if you are having a long list of fixed asset and you want to import, then you can just copy the name of all the ledgers from here, the depreciation amount, and you can select the template under Excel to Tally journal template, and you can import all your depreciation entries in one click. Similarly, payment to debtors. So what are the name where the ledgers were created under payments, under debtors, and payment has been made. Receipt from creditor. So these are the creditor from whom we have received some amount. Ideally it should not be there. Some ledgers without GST number. The squad of ledgers. For example, this ledger Akshay Kumar Samal. So we can see during the year we have a squad of the ledger and there is no closing balance. So we can get this kind of reports, and some negative stock, interest and TDS on unsecured loan and all these things. So this is what we have covered in audit analysis. Now one more interesting part, that is the 2A 2B reconciliation. In the 2A 2B reconciliation, we are having an option where we are getting the GST number of our data, and we can click on this from online, and then we can click on this download. The moment we click on downloads, we will get a pop-up here where we have to enter our GST username and password here. For example, we have to wait for a while because it is getting the things from the backend. Now you can see for any period, if you want to import or download the JSON files, you can do that, and it is for regular business only, not for the composition dealers. So if I want to regenerate that, I can just click on this regenerate all, and if I want to download all, I just click on download all, and it will download all the JSON files. After downloading the JSON files, we can click on this tally data to import all the transactions, and then we can click on this offline JSON and we can import our JSON file, and it will give us a reconciliation view within a second. And this is the only tool which can do reconciliation for group companies as well. That means if you are having multiple branches of your business, having same GST number, and if you want to reconcile your transactions 2A versus 2B or GSTR 1 3B, anything, you can do that in just one click. Now moving to the last and the favorite part of this TDL, sorry, not TDL, the beyond tool, that is random vouchers. For that I will again change the company. I will open another tally and let me delete these excels as it is not required. And here I am disabling all the TDLs, and as the data is huge, so it can take some seconds to load the company. Now the company is loaded. I am pressing a button, and after pressing the shortcut key in my keyboard, I am getting this menu. So what I want is, my client came and he asked, sir, I made cash payment of salary every month, rupees 10,000, but I forgot to put the entry in my tally. So I asked whether you have a ledger for your salary expenses or not. So he said yes, one entry is one ledger is there, accountant salary, and in the same ledger he has to put 10,000 rupees per month on the last date. So as it was paid in cash, so I am selecting the payment voucher type, the complete period. Every month 10,000 means 1,20,000 in a year. Narration being salary paid to accountant, and my cash will be credited and the accountant salary will be debited. So I'm selecting that. He told me that on month ending, every month ending he paid that, and in it was a single amount, so I'm giving that single amount. Otherwise, if it is in multiple of 100,000 whatever, you can give that. And even if it was Sunday, he told he paid that, and I just click on generate entries, and for the 12 month I got the entries. Now if in my tally I see accountant salary, you can see nothing is there, but the moment I click on book to tally, so I got this import successfully message, and with one click on my tally, every month you can see the graph. Every month I am having this 10,000 rupee entry in my tally. Similarly, there can be multiple things you can do using this options. Now what we will do is, we will go to our balance sheet daters, and here let us filter our data. Now we saw that we are having some balances less than 1 lakh. So these are some balances which are less than 1 lakh and having debit balance. So for all this, our client told that, sir, we have received the amount, and we just have to square off the ledgers, or we have to like the amount was not received and it was a bad debt. Ideally, what we can do is, for booking the bad debt, we can go to journal. We can give the date as it should be the last date of the financial year. Amount should be blank, and the debit ledger will be bad debt, so it is not created, so I'm creating in tally. bad debt account under indirect expenses. And now as I've created a new ledger, so I have to click on this update ledger from tally button. So automatically it will pull all the ledgers from my tally. You can see the bottom. Again, I have to wait for a few seconds. So after importing the ledgers, what I can do is I can select my bad debt account. And now what I want to do is I want to say wherever the maximum balance is 1 lakh rupees debit, in which group? The group is B2B. So I can select B2B group, and now it is asking me to add the ledgers. I made it yes. So now you can see the ledgers which are having maximum 1 lakh closing balance in the debit side is loaded here. I want to square off these ledgers. So what I can do is in the multiple of 10,000 I want to do that, and click on setup. Okay, I can click on this button and setup. Okay, wait, it should be in the multiple of 1 rupee. No, it can be 1000 to 10,000, and yes, it is done now. Book to tally. So now you can see the entries which were having balance less than 1 lakh in debit is now cleared, and my bad debt has been booked successfully. Or I can go to my PL bad debt. So you can see the bad debt entries are now made successfully. So there's a lot of use case of this recursive voucher option, and there is a button help. If you go to the help button, you can see the complete training videos of this software for covering each and every part. And if you want to connect the support team, you can just go to this support button. You can give your name, mobile number, registered email ID and the Gmail app password. And when you are having a problem like unable to import Excel, and whatever message you want to type, you can just do that, and you can click on send. Once you click on send, automatically one message will be sent to our support team, and automatically our support team will connect you at the earliest possible time. So with this, I would just like to conclude. And now if you want to know where to buy this tools, or where you can get all these tools, so for that you have to go to beyondtally.com. You can visit this website. In the website you can see there's a multiple tool. For example, this FIFO basis outstanding report you want, you can click on this button. Now you can select the validity, and accordingly you will get the pricing. You can select your validity. In the lifetime with updates, which is the recommended one, you get all the updates for free for lifetime. So whether it is a change in the tally version, or we are adding some new features in the tool, you will get it for free for the lifetime period. And if you want to buy the bank to tally tool, you can click on this our tool. You can explore, many things are there. You can go with the bank to tally also. Just you can select your validity and you can buy it. So this was all for today. Thank you.